Hello everybody, this is Agumon. Welcome back to the channel. Broadcasting updates to Rokugan Total Clan War, the Legend of the Five Rings Total Conversion mod for Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms. Today we're going to be showcasing units of the Lion Clan. I'll see you on the battlefield. And here we are. The Lion will be fighting in this cold mountain pass in the dead of winter. The Lion I had the most fun designing. These guys are the strongest military in all of Rokugan. For every battle they lose, they win 12. At least that's what their histories record. So a lot of their units are going to be very aggressive and great at fighting and have very high morale. When the Lion fight, they go toe-to-toe with the enemy and just keep slicing until the enemy turns away and runs. Lion morale is typically much higher that in a fair fight, the Lion warriors typically win, or they die. They fight all the way to the last one is dead. Lion forces can rout. It just will take some very strong convincing, like flanking maneuvers and such. Make no mistake, the Lion are beatable. But boy, were these guys fun to design. Alright, so starting off with the very basic of units for the Lion, the Elite Spearmen. Spearmen in Rokugani canon, in L5R canon, I'm not really sure if it's actually supposed to be Yari Samurai or Javelin Throwers. Because there are some cards that say Spearmen, but they actually throw javelins. They have ranged attacks. But in the case of the Lion Elite Spearmen, it is clearly defined as Javelin Throwers. They carry a small Nagayari and throw it all the way to the last one, which they use as a spear. They have the quiver of spears in their left side. No, that looks silly. That's not big enough to hold those things, but whatever. So that's basically it. Javelin throwers and spearmen hybrid, like the Miramoto Mountaineers of the Dragon. But these guys have better morale and are tougher. Deathseeker Berserkers. I could probably go over these guys again and make them a little more whiter, because they wear white to draw attention to themselves. The Deathseeker Berserkers fight to the very last. Their morale is locked. They are meant as shock troops to terrify the enemy and cause chaos in a part of the army for your regular forces to mop up afterwards. Excuse me. Cavalry unit, the Lion Wardens. They are used to patrol borders and protect roads. Border horsemen, essentially. They carry a Yari, and they move pretty quick. These guys are meant to be used as anti-cavalry cavalry. They are an ideal choice to chase down enemy horse archers. The two Shugenja units that the Lion have right now, and maybe that would be it, are one, the Bishamon's Chosen, and the Kitsu Sodan Senso. The Bishamon's Chosen carry a Naginata, and although they move a bit slow, they really pack a punch. They're able to knock enemy units back, and they can deliver a very powerful blow, and they can withstand several hits. That's what their magic protects them with. That's how they're protected by their own magic. Ugh. Jeez, I really cannot talk. The Sodan Senzo look similar and have a pretty similar function, but they act like battlefield priests. In addition to being able to take a few hits, they also chant to raise your morale and lower the enemy's. They do okay in melee, but they're not meant to be frontline fighters, unlike the Bishamon's Chosen. Now these ladies, that's not to be insulting, these really are ladies, are the Lion's Pride, the elite unit of the Matsu family. Notice the Matsumon on their standards. This all-woman unit carries a Nodachi, and they are really just meant as shock troops. Throw them against a weaker foe, or throw them against a defensive enemy position, and they'll just start chopping them to bits with a nasty charge. These ladies refuse to hide. So if you want to lay an ambush, you better not have the Lion's Pride with you. They refuse to hide. They say it's a cowardly tactic. So you might as well just leave them out in the open. The Lioness Legionnaires here. Now I took creative freedom and made them a cavalry unit because I felt the Lion could use another cavalry unit. They have pretty much the same model as the Lion's Pride, but they carry a katana, as that's typically what they use in the canon. And that's really it. Very strong mounted swordsmen. With their horses, they can move fast and crash into the enemy and just chop them until there's nothing left. The Akodo Elite Guard are, the tactical light swordsmen, very simple light swordsmen. But make no mistake, these guys have very high defensive value and attack speed. They are very strong and very good in a melee fight. Not as strong a charge as the Lion's Pride, but they can hold their own in melee better than the Lion's Pride. They're one of the best units that can hold their own in a melee. If the enemy has some well-trained armored swordsmen, send the Akodo Elite Guard at them. The Elite Guard could probably make quick work of whoever it is. An odd unit in the Lion is the Ikoma Elite Guardians. These guys are odd because they're a defensive unit. Yes, they carry a Nodachi like the Lion's Pride, but make no mistake, these guys... Oops. Moved him in the replay already. These guys are meant as a defensive unit. They stand there, they can withhold a cavalry charge, and then chop an enemy to pieces. All these troops have pretty high morale. Lion Paragons. Some of the best swordsmen in the game, even can challenge the Akodo Elite Guard. I took creative freedom and made them hybrid archers, so they can use their bows to attack and then pull out their blades and be just as effective. They have the highest morale of the entire Lion force. They can rout, but more likely they'll just fight to the last. They also refuse to hide, as it is a cowardice move. The Death Seekers also refuse to hide. The Lioness Legionnaires also refuse to hide. Some units in the Lion are really going to refuse to hide. They prefer to fight fair and square and leave it up to their skill in war. And to be fair, it definitely can work. So, let's get to it. Alright. Today the Lion are facing off against the Dragon, whom I've demonstrated in my last showcase. Here you have mounted samurai archers, some samurai archers, Yari Yashigaru, Nodachis, Yaris, Naginatas, sentinels. Sentinels are going to be a problem. Taoist swordsmen, and Isizumi warriors. If you remember the last showcase, you can see how nasty they can be. Also Minamoto talons, Nodachis, and Yaris. And also some alchemist Shugenja. The AI here is able to use these guys more than I was able to in my Dragon Showcase, as you're about to see. So, I goad the enemy into moving by forcing my soldiers to run up the uphill to get higher ground. Already the alchemist Shugenja are starting to make their magic work on my elite spearmen. Or trying to. The Bishamon's chosen up. I order my spearmen to throw those spears at the dragon's wind. At this point, I ordered my wardens and samurai cavalry to catch up with their mounted samurai archers. It seems to have worked. I ordered my Death Seekers to try to find a weak point. A good commander does not try to control Death Seekers, just send him in a sensitive spot to create a distraction. But this was a distraction, but Taoist swordsmen are the wrong unit type to send the Death Seekers against. The Taoist swordsmen can hold up against a charge. Now the Izizumi warriors start getting closer. Now their general starts moving in to attack my elite spearmen. Alright, it's not looking very good right now. My general is going to be getting the alchemist Shugenja, which will take care of them. My lioness legionnaires are chasing after the dragon's wind. They do not catch up. I eventually tell them to turn around, because it's really just wasting their energy trying to catch up with those guys. The alchemist Shugenja are out of the fight. Right, now the lioness are turning around. Let's pause this and see if we can get some up-close action with the infantry. The Bishamon's chosen are taking on the Yari, Ashigaru. Lion spearmen are trying to hold their own against the general's bodyguard, but it's not looking good. Taoist swordsmen are charging up. Let's see what's going on right now. Alright. So, the Sodan Senzo are up here. I told them to start chanting, to say their prayers to the ancestors, to give guidance to my warriors, and lower the confidence of the enemy. So they're knocking out the samurais now, right up fighting against my Ukoma elite guardians. So that's what they're doing. The Lion's Pride is charging right into the Izuzumi warriors. So it's effective, but remember, these guys are tough. But it doesn't matter because their morale is not that good, so the Lion's Pride win. And now the Taoist swordsmen have their flanks open, which the Lion's Pride will soon exploit, with the Akoto Elite Guard right after. And now the Taoist swordsmen turn around and run. The Bishamon's Chosen are going to be going toe-to-toe with the Miramoto Swordmasters. The Bishamon's Chosen will beat the Swordmasters.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Order my cavalry to start chasing down these fools.
The enemy general has no honor.
Yeah, I know.
He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
So I order my samurai cavalry and wardens to chase after the Dragon's Wind. And unlike the Lioness Legionnaires, they're able to catch up. So now they're screwed. But trust me, they are. Right, I know what happens here. Oh man, but wow. Pretty awesome how they go down swinging there. Alright. Well, the dragon are not down and out, but they keep running away in fear. Of course, that's what happens when you fight against the lion. Their morale will always outdo you. The Paragons start going toe-to-toe with the enemy Nodachi Samurai.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Yes, thank you. Alright, so who's left? So the sword masters are running away. What's left are the sentinels and archers. I should go to archers. Oh crap, sorry. Ah, that gets annoying. So the general is going to deal with the ranged units. The Remoto Elite Guard is running away from the Akoto Elite Guard. That's right. Who's left? Taoist swordsman right here. So the Taoist swordsmen were able to inflict damage on the Guardians, but the morale just got too low.
Our enemy has lost his stomach to fight. We must push our advantage.
And that's it. That's it. I win. Lion win. So that was pretty brutal for both sides. Look at the field of bodies. But overall, I got a heroic victory. I started with about 700. They had about 800. I lost 200. They lost 700. Yeah, so that registered as a heroic victory. The power of the lion. Yeah, the samurai cavalry and the lion wardens succeeded in destroying the dragon's wind. And yeah, so got all these guys down here. Generic katana samurai, Hatyari Ashigaru lioness legionnaires. So yeah, it took a pounding, but overall they had like 3 times as worse. Yeah, great big win for the lion. So thank you for showing. I'm the one showing it. Stupid. Alright, thank you for watching my demonstration of the Lion Clan's might. Stay tuned for more updates for my mod. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.